I call the member for Ninderry.
I table a petition with the names of over 72,000 people who have signed for Sian Kingi. 72,000 people who remember the atrocities committed
just ask you to table that.
and the monster who committed them. 72,000 people who have joined her family, her friends and our community to send a clear message to the Queensland Parole Board that Barrie John Watts should remain in jail. Last Sunday, just 10 days ago, Sian's family, her friends and our community put out a call to all Queenslanders to join our campaign to keep Sian's killer behind bars. Mr Deputy Speaker, in that short time, they have overwhelmingly answered that call. The Parole Board of Queensland is an independent body and I respect their independence. Their mission clearly states when making decisions, the board's highest priority will always be the safety of the community. Their primary consideration is to make evidence-based decisions as to whether there is an unacceptable risk to the community if a prisoner is released on parole. Mr Deputy Speaker, the petition tabled here today is clear evidence that Queenslanders firmly agree Barrie John Watt is an unacceptable risk to our community. If Watts were to be released and he was to reoffend, it would tragically be predictable. We only need to remember Rodney Williams or another Barry Gordon Hadlow, convicted child killers who were released into our community only to kill again. Releasing Barrie John Watts risks history repeating. Sian's parents have never spoken publicly. They want me to pass on their heartfelt thank you for the overwhelming support they have received from the community during this campaign. They also want me to put on the record they have grave concerns for anyone living in any community into which Watts is released. In 1987, the sentencing judge agreed with them by saying the sentence for murder is life in prison, and in my view, the sentence should mean just that. He called Watts an evil man devoid of any sense of morality. Sian's teachers and friends have been asking me, how is it possible that Watts is even eligible for parole? How is it possible that the monster who killed their friend had been caught, sentenced to life in prison, and yet may soon be back in the community? They were told back in 1987 that they didn't need to be scared anymore, but now they are scared again, and rightly so. The parole application has already inflicted more unnecessary pain on those closest to Sian. I have promised them all, just as I promised the 72,000 people who signed this petition, that for as long as I am here, I will fight to keep Barrie John Watts and others like him out of our community. Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker.
I call the member for Mount